So together, we are all going to shift the collective consciousness on the planet. All of our energies united. That's exactly what we are going to be doing today. And I could not be more excited to be doing that with you guys. So first off, I just want to explain a little bit about what we are going to be doing when it comes to this whole process, because it's important to understand that we're all connected. And right now, what's going on in the world is there's a lot of control that's happening. There's a lot of the power dynamics that's kind of keeping people in fear, that's keeping people in a certain energy. And what happens is when we are in that disempowered state, it is not something that helps us to actually, be who we really came here to be, but also to shift the collective consciousness. So first off, I'm excited to be here. Comment below where you are from as well. Let me see where all of you guys are from, because I know there's people from all over the world right now that are joining, which I think is really cool. The last time we did this, we had 12,000 people live, and it was an insane energy. And the next day, what happened is the Schumann resonance was off the charts. The Schumann resonance is the frequency of the planet. How many of you have heard of the Schumann resonance before? Comment below and let me know. The Schumann resonance is the frequency of the planet. And what happens is, based on certain events in the world, it affects the Schumann resonance. And over the last 15, 20 years, the Schumann resonance continues to go up because people are continuing to awaken on the planet. And when there were certain events in the past, 9/11 was one of them, there was an interesting thing that happened where, even though there was an immense amount of pain that the collective consciousness felt, there was also a degree of connection that was built because of that. And that connection was a sense of unity. There was a sense of love, of support. And when you look out into the world right now with everything that's going on, there are certain things that have happened to where we can see that there's so much compassion and love that we have for the people that are going through the pain of what is happening in the world. So with that, understand that just like we have an energetic field that goes far beyond our body, that consists of our thoughts, our feelings, and our emotions, we collectively are all connected. And based on the energy that we are embodying, that affects the collective consciousness. Now, one of the things that you'll see playing out. Now, first off, let me say this as well. Together, we're going to shift to a higher vibration during this meditation. Whether you are listening to this live right now or after it's been live, you'll still be able to tap into that energy. And as we tap into that energy, I want you to become aware that this is also about you feeling the love inside of your heart. As great as it may be for us to send energy to other parts of the planet, we have to realize that we must embody the change and we must embody the frequency in order to really have an impact. And what we are going to be doing in this meditation today is we're going to be going through about 15 to 20 minutes of an activation/meditation where we connect our heart fields together. And we're going to be using a frequency. That frequency is the mantra Om. Om is a mantra that's been around for thousands of years. It's very simple. And when you use it, it's activating vibration inside of your body. And we're able to use it in a way as a permission slip so that we can all be connected. We can all use that. Everything is vibration. So can you guys all hear me right now as well? Let me see some ones if you guys can hear me okay. Let me see. Maybe I will go to this. I will go to audio. Let me try this. Can you guys hear me okay now? Now can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you guys can hear me in both audios now. Apparently it was on studio before, so you guys can only hear me in one. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing today too is something very interesting. I've done this before in a live meditation, and it was incredibly powerful. We are going to use a permission slip of connecting to a part of the planet that has a very high frequency right now, and just in general. And what we're going to be doing is I'm going to have music under the background. We are going to be imagining that we are all there and then projecting our energy to the parts of the planet that need it. But also, we're going to be focusing on transforming our own vibration. Does that make sense? Then what we're going to do after the meditation is I'm going to do a Q&A. I'm going to talk about what I really think is happening right now. I'll tell you right now as well, like if you look at this scale of consciousness right here, I've used it in many of my YouTube videos before, but you will see that of love, reason, neutrality, fear, shame. What happens is a lot of what's happening right now is keeping people in fear and anger. And what happens is that is keeping the vibration on the planet kind of trapped where it is. But when we all come together, we can set the intention to elevate that. Now, one thing I want to ask you guys to do real quick so that more people get the notification of this is to like this video. Also, make sure you turn on notifications. We may be doing this every single Sunday moving forward in a similar format to this. So make sure you turn on notifications so that you can get the emails as to when these actually happen. They're normally going to be on Sundays. But like this video, the more people of you like it, the more this gets shared so that other people can see it so that we can grow the energy of what we do here today. Now, with that being said, what I want to do today is we are going to... How is the audio right now, by the way? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if the audio is okay. Let me see some ones before we get into this. Let me see some ones if the audio is good. Speak. Let's see. Let me go like this. Can you guys still hear me okay? Awesome. Awesome. I see some ones. Just making sure. Okay, cool. So what we are going to be doing today is doing the meditation, doing the group energy work that we're going to be doing. And let me just also offset this by saying that there's something in the planet called the Maharishi Effect. How many of you have heard of the Maharishi Effect? Comment and let me know if you've heard of that. The Maharishi Effect is where when thousands of people all over the world did something called transcendental meditation. There were, I think, 10, I forget how many thousands of people there were, like maybe 5,000 people. And what they were doing is they were meditating on one focus, one outcome. And they were focused on feeling the love inside of their body. But what they did is they focused on healing, love, and peace on the planet. And what happened was very interesting after that. Violent crimes and crimes in general on the planet went down 70% because 5,000 people were meditating on love and happiness. So this is something that we are going to be doing together. We are going to be going through this process where we meditate, send love, activate the energy inside of our heart. And as we do that, we are going to be rippling out that energy, and it has the potential to completely transform what is happening on the planet right now. So can you guys hear me okay? I see some mixed comments about this. Can you guys hear me okay now? Let me go ahead and turn it up to here. Awesome. So I have that here. Now, what I'm going to do is let's all set the group intention right now. Let's all set the group intention right now that what we do is we embody a level of love inside of our bodies that allows us to completely transform what is happening on the planet. So let's set that intention together. Even right now, put your hands over your heart for a minute, and then we're going to get into that of the meditation. The meditation will last maybe 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to be answering questions. We're going to be continuing to connect. So what we do is put our hands over our heart, and let's set the intention right now to send our energy and to feel the energy inside of our heart. And let's set the intention that this meditation right here, right now, over 2,500 of us live, right now, that we are able to embody this level of love that ripples across the planet and sends love to those who need it. Because there are a lot of people that are going through pain right now, loss, incredible situations. It's hard for us to imagine that many of us take for granted because here we are in a safe space, in a house with AC and like safety, you know. And what we're going to do is we're going to do our part. And our part is sending that energy to everybody else. Now, let's also set the intention that we are all able to connect our hearts together. Understanding that we're all connected anyways, but that when we come together for group intention, and group work like this, we can powerfully shift the consciousness on the planet. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that of something for us to listen to. Let's see. Can you guys hear that music? Let me know if the music is something you guys can hear. I want to show you guys something. Let me see a 1 if you guys can hear the music okay, then we'll get into the meditation. So, this right here is Sedona, Arizona. I've done meditations here before, even just virtually, where we do what we're doing right now. But what we're going to do is we're going to use this, because this is considered a very high vibrational place in the collective consciousness. There's like a grid around the planet. And what we're going to do, let me turn this up just a tad. What we are going to do is we are going to imagine that we're all here. And I'm going to bring you guys through a process right now. And we are then going to feel that love, activate that energy inside of our bodies, and then send that energy to that of everybody that needs it on the planet, so that we also shift to a more optimal timeline. Based on the energies we are emitting together, influences the different timelines that we are on. And collectively, we're at this moment right now where we are able to shift to different realities depending on the energy we are embodying. And all of us together can create a powerful shift in consciousness. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So what I'd like to ask you guys to do is you can close your eyes if you're in a safe space. You're not driving, of course. And we're going to do this meditation. And then after this meditation, what we're going to do is we're going to do a Q&A. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk about how we can raise our vibration. There's like almost 3,000 of us live right now, which is incredible. So you guys are all here right now to be a part of this. It's not a coincidence. I think many of you and all of us together, we came here to do work like this. If you guys feel that, let me know. But in general, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take in a couple deep breaths that are going to relax our body. I encourage you guys to close your eyes if you can. It'll be about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll get into the Q&A, okay? Now, what I'd like for you guys to do is to simply take in a deep breath in through your nose, and then breathe it out through your mouth very slowly. Feel your body relax more and more with every breath you take. Feel free to close your eyes now. And let's together set the intention right now that we activate our heart energies, that we unify together, and that we send so much love on the planet that it ripples out and transforms the planet. And also, let's set the intention that we are able to individually raise our vibration as well. Let's take in now another deep breath in through our nose. Breathe it out through our mouth. Feel your body relax more and more. And now, realize with every breath you take, you're sinking into more and more relaxation. Now put the awareness into your head, behind your eyelids, around your jaw. Imagine wherever you put this energy, you are relaxing that part of your body, loosening up any tension, allowing you to bring in higher vibrational energy. Now bring the energy now down to your neck, feeling your neck loosen up more and more. Imagine a ball of energy going into your left arm, your left hand, loosening up, relaxing. Your right arm, your right hand, loosening up. Feel so relaxed. Bring the energy now into your chest, into your heart. And imagine that with every breath you take, you are breathing through your heart. Take in another deep breath now. Feel that energy begin to grow inside of your heart. And now bring your energy down to your stomach. Loosen up that energy and relax. And your left leg, your left foot, your right leg, your right foot. And now, imagine any energy that is stuck energy inside of your body. Imagine it leaving through the heels of your feet. Leaving, releasing that energy. And now, imagine that to your right is this chest, this trunk or chest. This is an energy conversion chest or trunk where you are able to put anything that's on your mind, anything you're worried about, anything you're concerned about. We can put it inside of this chest and allow it to transform, allow the energy to be transmuted. Now imagine and think of anything that's on your mind. Maybe it's even something going on in your personal life. If it's money, if it's a relationship, whatever it is, imagine you putting a symbol of what that is inside of the trunk. Could be what's happening in the world right now. Imagine putting this symbol inside of the trunk. And now understand that as you put this in the trunk, it's going to transform the energy. You're going to be able to let it go for now, and then we can go deeper into raising the vibration. So now let's close the trunk, and as we close it, we see light that brims out of the cracks, out of the corners, knowing it's being taken care of. We can let it go for now. And now let's all set the intention together to energetically go to a place on the planet that has a very high frequency called Bell Rock in Sedona, Arizona. You don't have to have ever been there. Just set the intention to go there with all of us now. There are certain places on the planet that carry a different frequency. And when we're in certain places on the planet, what we're able to do is amplify energy. And Bell Rock, to me, has always been an amplifier of energy. This beautiful place in Sedona. There's these amazing red rocks all the way around and this beautiful structure. We're able to actually climb up to one of the plateaus where we're able to all sit together. Imagine that all of us there are sitting around in a circle. We're on this flat plateau. We have a view. We're able to see this big bell structure in front of us, big rock formation. And set the intention to connect right now to Sedona, Arizona. Now let's set the intention together right now that what we're going to do is activate high vibration energy inside of ourselves. We're going to activate it inside of our hearts, inside of our bodies. And we're going to really feel it inside of our hearts. And that then what we're going to do is we're going to send this energy to everyone on the planet that needs it. Or maybe that energy is lacking because of the situation that are happening. So now there are certain qualities that we can begin to bring in to our lives that will allow us to be the highest vibrational versions of ourselves. That's how we really transform the planet, is by being the change we wish to see in the world. Everything that is happening on the planet right now is a reflection of the collective consciousness and what is inside humanity. And for us to really create transformation, we must clear the energy inside of ourselves. And then, only then, will we experience a completely new reality. So what we're going to do now is we are going to shift to a higher vibrational timeline. All of us together right now. Let's set the intention that this is positive, that we feel safe, and that this is something we feel called to, something that we are meant to do. Now, the qualities that we're going to bring into our life are qualities that will help us be the highest vibrational parts of ourselves. Now, while we're sitting here in Sedona, Arizona, Bell Rock, in a circle, you can imagine even we're holding each other's hands. We're all unifying our energy together. Let's set the intention together that we bring in that of a passion frequency, an energy of our passion, knowing that the more we are in our purpose, the more we are in our passion, the more we are able to really create powerful transformation in the world. Let's set the intention to activate passion within our bodies. Set that intention and imagine, what would that version of you look like? The most passionate version of you. The version of you excited to get up every day, to be yourself. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to activate this passion inside of all of our bodies. And we're going to set the intention that we begin to act more in our passion, whatever that means. Could be choosing to go for a walk in nature, hang out with your pet, with friends, with family, eating nourishing food, whatever it is, you follow your passion. And we're committing to that because we know the higher vibration we have, the better. So right now, let's set the intention that what we do sitting here in Sedona, Arizona, is we bring through a very powerful energy that comes into the crown of our head, the crown chakra, brings in this bright light energy into our bodies that then go from our heart, and then from our heart into Mother Gaia, the planet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the Om frequency. The Om frequency is just a simple mantra. And you could just follow my lead on this. But imagine that when you're doing this, there's an energy inside of your heart that begins to grow more and more. And every time we do this, we're planting the seeds of transformation through our own bodies, which will have a transformational effect on all of us. And now take a deep breath in through your nose. And on the out breath, we're going to do the Om. Take a deep breath in. Feeling that energy inside of your body begin to grow more and more. Now, as you feel this energy begin to grow, understand, and let's set the intention that together, all of us doing this meditation right now, we do it for ourselves, but also let's imagine each other being the most passionate versions that we can be. Let's imagine the planet being the most passionate version of everybody doing that. And as you do it for them, they are doing it for you. And we're able to grow in this energy. Now, another quality that we can bring into our lives right now is that of observation and neutrality. What this allows us to do is this allows us to observe what is happening, not react. Because when we react to what is happening in the world, we energetically feed it. So the key is to observe it from a place of neutrality and to really sit with it in knowing and trusting that we came here to be a part of this shift in consciousness, and we came here to do the inner work. As much as we can look on the outside and see there's things that are wrong or things that are messed up, we must take ownership of it for it to actually transform. And the way we do that is we focus on ourselves. So now, let's set the intention that we bring a level of observation into our lives. We plant the seeds that we're able to not be so affected by everything that's happening, but at the same time, we're able to stand in our power so that we can really make a difference and send the energy like we're about to do. And now, let's take a deep breath in through the nose, and on the out breath, we're going to Om again. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and breathe it out. Allowing that frequency inside of your heart to grow more and more. And now let's all set the intention together. Right now, what we're able to do is with this next Om that we're going to do, we're going to wire in the highest vibrational versions of ourselves. We're going to activate our heart energy. And I want you to imagine right now that we're all sitting in Sedona, holding hands in a big circle. And let's imagine that there's this big ball of energy. This energy begins to come from the crown of our head into our hearts and then into the center of where we all are. And imagine that this ball of energy, any color that you like, maybe there's even many colors inside of it, comes from your heart. And as we grow the energy that is in between all of us, we are growing the energy inside of our hearts. Now let's all set the intention now that we increase the frequency beyond what we've ever felt, and that we allow ourselves to feel whatever comes up. Smiling, knowing that this is something that we came to do together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to count from 1 to 10. With every number I count, imagine the energy inside of your heart growing more and more. And that as it grows more and more, the ball of energy in between us grows more and more. So 1, feel that energy in your side of your heart begin to grow. 2, feel it double with every number I count. And I want you to think right now of something you're very grateful for in your life. Think of a memory of something that you felt before. Time of accomplishment. Maybe it's a loving memory that you have with a family member or friend. Imagine that inside of your heart, and with every breath you take, you're growing that energy more and more. Anything you focus on begins to grow. So grow that energy inside of your heart. Now 3, double that sensation again, feeling it begin to grow, feeling more and more of that warmth, more and more of that love. 5, now ask for assistance from your guidance system. Whether that's your higher self, your spiritual guides, whatever it is, let's all ask for their help in bringing through this energy as it increases even more, bringing this love into the planet, bringing this love into ourselves. 6, feel that energy increase again inside of your heart, doubling that sensation. Focus on the details of something you're grateful for, maybe something even more general, whatever it is. 7, double that sensation again, knowing that we are growing that energy inside of our hearts. 8, double it again. 9, feel the energy continue to increase inside of your heart. And 10, feel that energy flow through your body now. Feel that energy inside of your heart. Think and feel something you are grateful for. And know that we are all energetically in Sedona, Arizona right now, around each other. And as you feel this energy, we have grown this energy in between all of us right now into this big ball of energy. And feel the gratitude for everyone around you right now, everyone doing this meditation with you. Now, before we send out this ball of energy into the world, put your intentions for where you want to see this energy go. Let's imagine a world with peace. Let's imagine a world where people are empowered. Let's imagine a world where there's love and connection between all of us. Imagine sending energy to the parts of the planet right now that are experiencing all that pain, the feeling of loss. Let's imagine and set the intention that they're able to heal, stand in their power, and that the energy dynamic shifts. Let's imagine that even the energy of people who abuse power, let's imagine that they have realizations of their own, because that energy no longer serves in our reality. Years ago, it was easier for it to exist, but now there's too much transparency. We are collectively deciding that we do not allow that energy. We do not resonate with it anymore. Let's set the intention, imagine them healing. Let's imagine the oceans being cleaned up. It's imagining more and more people waking up to who they are, living their passion. Let's set that intention and let's put it inside this green ball of energy that is in front of all of us right now. And now, let's all put our energies into it and set the intention that we lift this ball of energy like a balloon. It drifts up and up into the atmosphere. We see it above us right now, drifting more and more. And as it goes up into the atmosphere, we can see it begin to dissolve and then go all around the planet wherever that energy is needed. Everyone is receiving that energy on the planet that need that. Imagine them feeling the energy, feeling like there's hope, feeling the passion, feeling the love, the connection, the support. Imagine all of that energy within everybody. Now set that intention. And now, one last thing is, while you're in this heart energy, what is one message that your heart has for you? What is one message that maybe your higher self or your spirit guides or whatever you are feeling connected to right now? What is the message for you today? Is there any message that comes through? Be open. And now, let's set the intention together that every single one of us plants the seeds right now for us to be on a higher vibrational timeline. Let's set that intention, and knowing that we're going to feel inspired moving forward. We're going to get synchronicity moving forward. We're going to be able to observe what's happening on the planet without getting caught up or lost in it. And we're going to be able to be in our power. Let's set that intention. And I'm going to count down now from 5 to 1. By the time I reach 1, you're going to be feeling alert, present, and ready to have an amazing day or night or whatever time it is where you are in the world right now. So, 5, feel the energy go back in your feet, into your hands, into your arms. 4, feel more and more alertness come in. 3, double the sensation of calm in your body, but alertness. 2, feel the sensation inside of your hands and your feet again. 2 and 1. Feel free to open up your eyes now, knowing that you have just created a powerful ripple effect on the planet. So every single one of you, I want to congratulate on this process of doing and tapping into this energy. What kind of energy did you guys feel? Feel free to comment below what you felt when we were just doing that. And then also I'm going to be answering questions. I'm going to be going over a little bit of how we can really raise our vibration, what I think is really happening right now in the world. How do you guys feel? Got almost 3,500 people here doing that at one moment, so that's actually really cool. It was like 3,000 or 4,000 people doing it, or 5,000 in the Maharishi Effect thing, and it, you know, the planet transformed so much when it did that. 70% of the crime went down, and then we just did that together. Awesome. See so many of you saying, I feel amazing, amazing. Oh, it's moving so fast. The message, what was the message that you guys received? Feel free to comment down. Yeah, some said love will conquer. Nice. Melissa said, I just opened my tarot deck card, and it said, the star card, what a great sign. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So now what I want to talk about here is, first off, the goal is that every single week we do this on Sundays. So if you guys want to join that, all you got to do is push the notifications and subscribe. That's what you'll be getting the notifications of when we do that. It'll be normally on Sundays at 11. Now, before I go too much into it, I want to share what I think is actually happening right now on the planet. And what is happening is there is an energy dynamic that is beginning to fall away. That energy dynamic that is falling away is an old energy dynamic of control. Let me also... So I'm going to go ahead and take that off right there. Now, the energy dynamic that is falling away is that of the control dynamic. More people are waking up than ever before. If you look what's happening, even with the media or on the news, the job of the media and the news is to keep people in a certain mentality because they're owned by different corporations. And what they do is they keep people in fear. They keep people in anger. And when we are in lower vibrational states of consciousness, we're much easier to control. And what is happening now on the planet is old energies are playing out different energy dynamics. And what we're able to do is make a new choice about the kind of energy that we engage with. Now, a lot of the good in what is happening is a lot of people are waking up. You know, if we could say there's some type of positivity in it, is that many people are waking up. And in the same way, after 9/11, what happened is there was a big feeling of like craziness in the world and people felt so bad. From that, though, so many people actually came together and felt unified that it actually ended up exponentializing that of the Schumann resonance, the frequency on the planet. And I think what is happening right now, too, is we all have an ability to say, do we resonate with the energy of what's going on? And we're waking up to even seeing what the media is. Because I know that even in where everything's happening in the world right now, if people are protesting the war and what's going on, it's like it's not allowed. And it's like, it's us really coming to our own power. Now, another thing I want to share is that what we are moving is we're shifting from what is called a 3D level of consciousness into a 4D or 5D level of consciousness. So as you guys can see it right here, these right here, let me see if I can, okay. So 3D is the level of consciousness of duality, of narcissism, of control, and of separation. And what I've been noticing is there are so many people right now that are waking up to how that narcissistic energy just doesn't work. The power dynamics just don't work. And that is the old paradigm. We're moving into what is called the Age of Aquarius. Have you guys ever heard of the Age of Aquarius? The Age of Aquarius is what we're all moving into. And it's a new era. It's where it's about being different. It's about being bold. It's about us coming together, but also realizing our own individuality. But this is a time where we are meant to be embodying this energy. Now, the 4D and the 5D, what we're talking about, it's about unity. It's about connection. It's about choice, choosing what we experience. It's about vibration. How many of you guys feel that right now? So the reason I'm sharing all this with you is understanding what is happening. What is happening on the planet right now is it's a reflection of what's going on in the inside, and the good that I think will come from it is we're going to come together as a people, as a collective, to decide, do we want to continue to allow this stuff to experience and to like weigh us down in our reality. That's something that we need to become aware of. All right. Now, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask questions. I'm going to be putting the questions up here. And what questions do you guys have about raising vibration, about the energies playing out? If you guys have any questions about that. But in general, the thing to be aware of is there's like 2 or 3 main things you do to elevate your consciousness more than everyone else, than anything else. All right. One of them is above. You see this level right here called neutrality. Neutrality is where we learn to observe our thoughts. Observe rather than react. And that's why I recommend many of you have some form of neutrality practice. Let's see. A neutrality practice of observing your thoughts for just 5 or 10 minutes a day. I started doing that back in 2012, and it completely transformed my life. Just for 5 or 10 minutes in the morning, 5 or 10 minutes at night. You're then not energetically feeding what is happening. And the interesting thing is that when you're in that energy, it's like you're not as reactive. And what the media wants you to do is the media wants you to react. The media wants you to stay in a certain state to where you feel disempowered. Because separation is the old paradigm. And people are much easier to control when they feel separation like that. So what I think is happening right now on the planet is we have the opportunity, we have the ability to connect to that of each other, to counteract, because I do think, as getting a little bit more vulnerable, and I don't want to say too much about this because maybe it sounds kind of weird to some of you, but there are people on the planet that I believe understand this whole collective consciousness thing, and their intention may be to keep it within a certain bandwidth, because then it's easier for them to remain in the power control that they're in. But the Age of Aquarius, as hippie as that sounds, as esoteric as that sounds, this is the end of that cycle. It is the starting of a new way of being where we don't have to buy into it. It's like, have any of you guys seen the movie Ants? Back in the day, there's a movie called Ants, where all these ants are just working. And then what happens? Thank you guys, by the way. I see a whole bunch of you guys sending money and stuff. I appreciate that. But the energy dynamic is like in this movie Ants. How many of you guys seen the movie Ants? Comment below if you have. But basically, these worker bees or these worker ants are just doing everything they think they need to do. And they're in this like cycle, this 9-to-5 cycle of just constantly working, always in survival mode, always in scarcity mode. And then what happens is these grasshoppers come by and they control everything. They get them believing that they have to work, and they're working to make 90% of the whatever they make, that then they have to give to the grasshoppers, and then they barely have enough for themselves. By the end of the movie, though, what happens is all these ants realize that they together are way more powerful than the select few. And I'm not trying to get all hippy-dippy here, but all I'm saying is when we look out into the world and we see all the crazy stuff that's happening, we, at a certain level, are allowing it to happen. We don't have to choose it. We can choose a different reality. And by us coming together and unifying our energy, we are rippling out into the planet, and we are creating a powerful shift in consciousness. We're creating a powerful shift within ourselves too. Let's see. Nice. Margarita says, when we were doing the Om, it felt unreal. I felt the energy vibrating at a higher frequency in my body like never before. Maybe every Sunday what we'll do is we will do that. We will do that specific part. Okay, this is a good question. So Merv says, law of attraction teachings are not working as it used to be because of the shift. Is that true? The difference between now, manifesting now versus in the past, is that what I'm learning in my own life is I have to follow my passion more so than following anything that I think would do well. What's now happening is copying. Like back in the day, you could copy someone else and get a similar result, you know? Now, the energy is all about you being an individual, even though we're all connected, but you being the real you and you following your passion. One of the reasons I'm doing this live with you guys right now is because I'm actually felt passionate. I felt called to do this. And what we saw happening with this whole, this crazy stuff in the world, I use that as a strong why for me to get into this, for me to like step into this new version of myself. So that's a great question. And the answer is yes, it's changed. It's about alignment now versus just modeling and trying to make money. It's about being the real you. It's about not being controlling on the outcome, not trying to resist. It's about understanding that as you are more so being who you came here to be, everything changes. Rewrite the rules. You know, have you guys noticed that people that do like it, people that are blowing up on whatever they're doing, it's because they're being themselves. They're passionate about it. And we're in an age now to where that's what it's all about. It's all about us doing that. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. Awesome. Thank you, Jackie. Awesome. Yeah, we'll be doing more meditations every week like this. If you guys have more questions, feel free to keep asking. I'm scrolling down right now. I didn't realize how many questions there were. Let's see. Appreciate you guys. So the key to this transformation is all of you making the choice within yourself. Have you guys also heard of something called Ho'oponopono? Let me see say some yeses if you guys have heard of Ho'oponopono. It's 4 simple statements. It's, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And the idea is that within your energy field, there's different patterns. And when you're saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, you are clearing out your energy. And some of you will say, well, what am I sorry for? I didn't cause what's happening in the world right now and stuff like that. But that's the problem, is we are externalizing everything instead of making it more internal, where we're sorry because we're taking responsibility for it. We're all connected. So I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. As you say those frequencies, as you say those energies, it's not an energy of guilt, of lower vibration. It's an energy of release. And there's also a meditation that I have on YouTube that is Ho'oponopono meditation. If you type in Aaron Dowdy Ho'oponopono, you'll see it there. But anyways, the power of this is understanding that you clear your energy field, and in the same way, there's an energetic field around the planet. Now, what do you guys think ABC stands for right here? ABC. Something powerful that we can all begin to embody. What do you think ABC stands for? Yes, and also, when we were talking about manifestation earlier, the way that we manifest now versus back in the day is we were manifesting with our head. It was like, I want this. I'm visualizing this. The way that we manifest now is from our heart, and that's why the only things that work is when you're passionate about what you're doing. When you're passionate about what you're doing, when you're in that frequency. So what I encourage you guys to do is to focus on following your heart, and also living in the end result is something that's very powerful. Living from the end, which means before you go to bed at night, feel the energy inside of your heart, kind of like we just did, and activate that energy. Because as you feel it on the inside, as you feel like it's here now, it changes everything. Good job. Catherine said, always be choosing. ABC, always be choosing. Always be choosing. In every moment, we are choosing who we are. We are choosing the stories we tell ourselves about who we are. We're telling ourselves the labels that we have, the beliefs we have about who we are, the identities we cling on to. We have been given these in the past, and we think they are who we are now. But the thing is, you can let those go and then choose something new. Always be choosing. If you guys could comment below, always be choosing. This really is the key to transformation. Yes, Andrea says, Ho'oponopono was a game changer in my life. Yes, I'm telling you guys, it's so powerful. I like this one too, though. Ingrid said, always be conscious. That's cool. I agree. Awesome. Awesome from Katie. Thank you, Katie. Be your true, authentic self and fulfill your soul's purpose. Thank you. That's part of the manifestation process, is understanding that energy of following the heart. Always be choosing. Okay, many of you guys have typed that. If you guys have a question, feel free to ask. Melissa says, Age of Aquarius. That's exactly what we're in right now. This is cool. So now, the thing to remember as well is that this is how many of you guys have heard of Dolores Cannon? I'll talk about this real quick. How many of you guys have heard of the books of Dolores Cannon? I know some of you have. Basically, there's 17 or 19 books of people of Dolores Cannon's work, which are hypnotherapy sessions of thousands of people that she would put into this deep level of hypnosis. And what she found out from all these different people is that their subconscious mind would come through, and many of them would say something very interesting. They would say that they came here, the reason they incarnated, because the truth is that we are eternal spiritual beings, live in temporary human experiences. That's what many ancient texts point to. But the reason we all came here now is to create a powerful shift on the planet, is to be a part of the shift. People in that of Dolores Cannon's, hypnotherapy sessions all said very similar things. We came here to be a part of the shift. We came here to wake up. Because the thing is for a long time, the control that's been on the planet has been putting it on a timeline where it would eventually destroy itself. That's what it says in the books. And what happens is we heard this call that was put out. They say in the books back in the 1930s when we were starting to explore nuclear bombs and stuff, that eventually the rule is with Earth is it's a free will place where we forget who we are to remember who we are. But one of the things that makes it challenging is that. But also, we're allowed to influence ourselves, but if we start to influence other reality systems, that's when it's a no-no. So what happens is, in order for us to influence this reality, we had to play according to the game. And the game was we had to come into the system itself, forget who we are, to remember who we are, but we wanted to be a part of the shift. The shift is what I'm talking about here, 3D to 5D. And we're moving out of the old energy and into a completely new energy that we could call the Age of Aquarius. You guys ready for the Age of Aquarius? Just going to keep singing. Let's see. If there are any other questions, let me answer. Is Paul going to be exposed anytime soon and humanity will win again? It's happening now. I think it's happening right now. It's like more and more people are waking up. Now, is there going to be some media thing where people come out and say, look, this is happening? It may be a while because the media is owned by certain people. But more and more people are waking up, and I don't think that energy can last for that long regardless. It doesn't support it. It doesn't support narcissism. It doesn't support that kind of energy. Some good questions here. What is the fifth dimension? It's kind of this spiritual term that it likes to be used, but I think the fifth dimension is more so a level of consciousness that's here right now. We're not going to leave and go to some other reality. It's like here right now. But what the fifth dimension is something that we're able to embody here. It's about understanding that we live from our heart. It's about unity consciousness. It's about, as time goes on, I think that we're going to see more and more of a gap between people that are living in what we call 3D and 5D. It's going to be more and more energy draining for people to be in 5D to go back to this 3D level of consciousness. So we're going to always be choosing the fifth dimensional state of consciousness. So that's exciting too. So anyways, that's a level that it's here now. Is basically what I'm trying to say. It's here now. It's about unity. It's about connection. It's about living from your heart. It's like we're creating a version of what some people call heaven on earth. Everyone's trying to get somewhere else, but it's like we have the ability to create that here. We're bringing higher vibration energy here. And that's something that we all have the ability to do. So, let me see. Yes. Now, something else that I do have that I want to let you guys know about is there's a meditation I have. It's the most powerful meditation I've ever made. It's on raising your vibrational set point. Raising your vibrational set point is absolutely free. If you guys go to aarondowdy.com/mp3, you guys can download it. It's a meditation for transcending to a higher level of consciousness. I recommend that you watch that for the next 21 days. Also, comment below. Here's an interesting thing. I have a video coming out on Wednesday, I think, with a world-renowned astrologer named Braca. She is amazing. And I was on her channel, and now she's going to be on mine on Wednesday. I'm going to have that video go out. But what she was saying about astrology is that now in this new age of Aquarius is the rules are changing. Astrology does not have as much grip on us as it used to have because we're moving into this new era where we get to choose who we are. Yes, there's certain energy dynamics that have a momentum, but what she was saying, and she's read thousands of people's charts, that video will come out on Wednesday, but it's about realizing that our birth charts, astrology is a permission slip, but it does not have power over us. Does that make sense? So that's something to be aware of. Now, yeah, I know Braca. Awesome. So, question. Where'd it go? It shifted. Always be celebrating. Let's see. So, now, one other thing that I recommend is, like I said, we'll be doing these every Sunday. So like this video, turn on notifications so that you can see those. Other than that, there is a video that you can watch next that will show you the 5 secrets to letting go. I'm going to put it on an end card after this video. So watch this video, 5 secrets to letting go that will help you raise your vibration more than anything else. And other than that, you guys have a great day.